The following is a special presentation of 18 WJTS Sports. Welcome to Indiana High School football on 18 WJTS TV. This game of high school football is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Liuna Indiana Laborers District Council, Uvalor & Son Chevy Cadillac Toyota, DuBois County Tire, Carpet Warehouse, Maringer Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, and Just Whimsy. It's time for kickoff. Let's head out to the field.
Well, hi again, everybody, and welcome to Jasper High School football coverage here on 18 WJTS. I'm Carey Schneider, along with Craig Schneider and Jeremy Marcos, and tonight it's the opening game of the 2025 football season, as the Wildcats will be on the road for a first of two games to start the season. Here in Evansville, they'll take on the Evansville Memorial Tigers here at Enlow Field. The Wildcats are coming into tonight's contest. Basically, Craig, I guess there's only other way to put it. It's a new era of Jasper football with a new coach in Derek Hart, and new era, new look, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Derek Hart coming in for the Wildcats, and of course he's got a great coaching pedigree. When you take a look at his family, his father, John Hart, three-time state champion at Evansville Wrights, Warren Central, and Brownsburg. His brother, Nick, we all know about him at Gibson Southern, and he's won a state championship and had great success over there. But, he's going to be bringing in pretty well a new offense, a new style of play that Jasper has never really experienced when you take a look at as far as the type of offense that the Wildcats are going to create here, and we'll see it on display tonight. One thing with him, Derek Hart, he was a quarterback for his father, especially as a starter on that state championship team back in 2009, but he also, as a coach, he's done an outstanding job in positions that he's had before, especially the 4 seasons that he had at Kankakee, Illinois. 34-8 record, and took that team that had not been to the state finals in like decades and got them there in 2021, and they were runner-ups in the Illinois State 5A. So again, he's bringing in a new system and all that. And the main thing with this is that you're going to see it really reliant on the quarterback. So Jalen Manners for the Wildcats, and what we saw last week in that scrimmage against Heritage Hills, he looked extremely sharp. He was just moving that ball all over the place, and, really good passing on across the middle, very nice ball placement. And it's going to be one of those situations where you're going to see probably 2, 3, maybe 4 receivers, depending on how the ball game's going, that are going to have 5 receptions or more. So it's just a completely different era, different style of offense, and it's just one that is pretty well going to be up tempo, and it's designed to score points. So that's going to be key for the Wildcats this season, is to put points on the board.
Well, as I said, it's the opening game. It's Evansville Memorial. Opening season, we always open the season against the Tigers. Cats have kind of had their way, except for recent years, but still, it's just needless to say, this is the best test that you can get to start off the season.
Oh, there's no doubt. And again, it's a rivalry. We've always had that big rivalry with Memorial over the years, and they've had our number over the last few years or so. But again, they've got, arguably, if not in the state, but definitely in the conference, the top coach with John Hurley, and just the success that he's had in his 18 years here, kind of running things with Memorial. 10 sectionals, 6 regionals, 5 semi-states, 2 state titles, but he's got also a lot of questions coming into the season, obviously, with, they lost 4 All-Staters from that team that went undefeated in the conference last year. They were upset. You could say it that way because Heritage Hills ended up winning the state, but they were ranked number 1 going into that game in the sectional championship last year, where they got knocked off by Heritage Hills. Their only loss last year, an 11-1 record. But, the thing is, they returned 8 players who were either all-conference, all-state, all-city, and they're going to be led really by their running game, Dylan Kendrick, and also Luke Dockery as a wide receiver. but they've also got really good returns on the offensive line, the defensive line. But their key question mark, and again, they pretty well just reload in that position, is the quarterback position, and that's Luke Brown. He's a junior. He's going to be the starter for this team. So we'll see if he's going to be able to have the success that guys like Matthew Fisher and other quarterbacks before that have done really well for this Memorial team. But again, John Hurley has his guys ready every year, and so just look for their offense to be clicking as well.
Well, right now, as you can see on our screen, it looks like we just had the coin toss. Jasper's captains this year include Max Butel, Jack Levin, and, of course, Nate Lukemeyer and junior Jalen Mainers. And speaking of Mainers, new quarterback for the Cats. Obviously it's going to be a heck of a different look for the Wildcats this year.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. He's going to be the key. And because, again, this offense is really designed for the ball to be moving immediately. We won't see any snaps under center, very little huddle, if any. It's pretty well no huddle offense. The plays are actually signaled from the sidelines. So, again, it's like the calls for the offense and the offensive line and all that is coming from the sidelines. And so it's just one of those things where it's just there's a lot new terminology. There's a lot of different things that none of our players have been prepared for, as far as until now. So, again, it's just going to be really exciting to see what the Wildcats can do tonight to start things off. But, again, a completely new era and a new style of offense for the Wildcats starting here in 2025.
Here in 2025, of course, an old face, an old friend of ours has returned to the coaching ranks, Nick Eckert. Nick, of course, a friend of ours, and you had a chance to visit him with practice this week. How does he feel about the Cats' defense and so forth?
Yeah, I tell you, in talking, especially in that scrimmage, he felt like the pass coverage or the pass protection was really good in that football game, and we held our own. We played really well against Heritage Hills, who's pretty well everybody's number one pick in their class. So I thought Mainers threw the ball well. I thought we protected him well. Now the running game needs a little bit of work, I think, as far as just opening up some holes. So, again, that's just going to be one of the things for the Wildcats. But, again, Ramos will be back there in that running back position, but it's also going to feature other guys. Jack Levin's got to get 15 to 20 touches a game. Lukemeyer is going to run the ball. We've got Max Butel playing a slot position. So a lot of those key positions for the Wildcats, again, it's going to be a spread offense. So you're going to see 4, 5, 6 different guys contributing to this offense every game.
Pate Barrett will kick off for the Tigers. Back deep for the Wildcats will be Beckett Holsworth along with Ross Dawkins. To start this football game tonight, opening game, week 1 of the 2025 football season. And it will be Holsworth. Holsworth will take it across the 10 to about the 15-yard line, it looks like. So the Wildcats with their junior quarterback, Jalen Mainers, heads on the gridiron to start the 2025 season. So the Cats will have the football first.
Yeah, and again, the Wildcats are going to come out here. They'll spread things out. Their offensive line includes number 60, Weissite, 63, Harper's in the right tackle, Hanselman's in the left guard position, Obermeyer's the left tackle, and then also Land in that right tackle position. But as far as your backs and receivers, you mentioned Mainers at quarterback, Butel's in the slot. You got Jack Levin, Holsworth. You'll see Ramos out there, and actually just right there immediately, they're going right to Lukemeyer. So, again, that's what they're going to want to do is get the ball quickly into the hands of their playmakers.
So the pass was complete to number 0, slot back senior Nate Lukemeyer, but to no avail. It will be a no gain, second down and 10. See, looks like scoreboard showing actually went back a yard, so second and 11 either way.
Yeah, so you'll see some interesting formations with this Wildcat offense. But right there, actually, you'll see Levin. Very important for him to get a lot of touches. So you'll see him spread out. You'll see him on counter plays, and right there, and just on a quick little power play for some good yardage.
Levin takes it to the looks like the 23-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of about 8. Call it third down and 3 now from the 23.
Yeah, actually, the Wildcats with number 13, Tristan King's out there. He's split to the far side.
You got a whistle, and course, we were blinded by the light, the sunlight, so we're not sure if that was a penalty. Can't see the official too well. I'm looking through a window here, the closed window. That we couldn't get it open.
Yeah, I think we need hall passes here at Bosse High School because we're actually in the hallway of the high school.
And
right
when we do come down here to Enlow Field, whether it's against Bosse or Memorial, these are usually our broadcasting quarters or position. All right, third down, and the snap gets past Mainers. He's going to have to dive on it back to the 5-yard line, so big loss there, and the Wildcats with fourth down coming up.
Yeah, the Wildcats in a short yardage situation there, so I was real curious to see what kind of play they were going to run, but my goodness, yeah, obviously a miscommunication there, and just a quick snap right there by Reese Whiteside when the quarterback wasn't looking for it. So, yeah, tough situation, and the Wildcats forced a punt.
So Jasper sputters a little bit, along with a miscue on their first drive of the night, going 3 and out, and they will be forced to give the Tigers some excellent field position, Craig, as Owen Rice will be punting from the back of the end zone. A couple man back for the Tigers.
Yeah, they look like
maybe by the third quarter we'll be able to see who they are. But other than we can't even look. Usually we rely so much on Judd's monitor here, thank God. But tonight it's so bright that sun through here we can't hardly see it, so we got to stand up.
Yeah, actually, Jamie dropped me off here for the football game tonight, and it was like I forgot my sunglasses.
Well,
the sun is right in my face.
Well, all day, and actually yesterday and today, it's been cloudy and overcast.
Yeah.
It was on the way down here, and I told Judd, I said, boy, I hope it stays that way. But sure enough, once we got here, the sun came through. Punt is away. It'll be taken and wrapped up by the Wildcats. Looks like Dockery on the carry on the return. Hosts the Wildcats bring him down.
Yeah, so again, just that miscue on that connection or the communication between the quarterback and the center really sets Memorial up in unbelievable field position to start things off. So we're going to get.
Looks like, where are we here? The yard line.
Yeah, right there at the 34.
Okay, 34-yard lines where the Tigers will start their first drive of the night. 1st and 10. As Brown hands it off, and a fumble. Ball is down. It looks like the Wildcats have it, and it was number 11 for the Wildcats, Alec Ware, who came up with the football.
Oh, that was huge for the Wildcats because, again, Memorial with unbelievable field position to start things off there. So, the first play from scrimmage from Memorial ends up in a turnover. Dylan Kendrick couldn't quite handle that handoff, and so Jasper back in business.
So the Cats have the football at their own 35-yard line, better field position than they had in their first drive.
Absolutely.
So the Wildcats with the miscue, and the Tigers return the favor. The 1st and 10 Cats. Mainers out of the gun at the 35. Throws a pass on the far side, is complete. Max Butel on the reception. I think I'm gonna have to reach. This PA announcer called him Butel, but I'm gonna have to depend on the PA guy probably at least till that sun gets out of our way. And
yeah, so a nice pickup there. Again, Butel's gonna be a huge part of this offense. No longer in the quarterback position, but he'll do some great things from that slot spot.
Mainers rolls out. Passes incomplete as he tried to find Butel again. But he was unable to haul that in. He threw a rocket to him.
Yeah, just a little bit short on the pass there, and Butel was just making his move and his route there and couldn't quite adjust. So, yeah, falls short there. But, again, 3rd and short situation. We'll see if the Wildcats try to run the football here.
And on 3rd down and 2 from the 43. And the Cats do. Mainers keeps it, actually.
Oh, now he lost. Well, they're saying he's down.
Okay, he apparently lost the football, but they are ruling him down, as it seems.
Yeah, it's going to be real close. I'm trying to see.
Well, the yard marker on this side.
Oh, yeah, he got it.
Okay, he hadn't moved yet, but it is enough for a 1st down. So Mainers on the carry. Takes it to the 46, so officially a 3-yard pickup. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and that's the thing with this offense. I mean, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defensive backs. I mean, especially here split to our near side. You got a one-on-one match, and we'll see if Mainers tries to take advantage of it. But no, he goes the opposite side over there to Levin. So they're setting up that screen with the blocking. But
penalty. I did see a flag this time.
Okay.
So 8:40, or maybe they didn't. Actually, the clock is still rolling. I swear I thought I saw something fly in there.
That was.
So forgive me, but. So it'll be a pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8 at the 48.
Yeah, so the Wildcats splitting 5 receivers out, so just a single back with the quarterback back there, no running back behind him.
Mainers throws a pass. It's like complete on the far side. I'm going to depend on the monitor a little more here again, but let you kind of figure out if I can what yard line we're on.
Yeah, just a quick hitter right there, throwing out to the flat. He's got Levin, so we're just trying to get guys in open space here and just trying to, again, the playmakers have got to get the ball in their hands, and Mainers doing a great job of this so far.
Mainers pauses, looks to the sideline. Wildcats in Tiger territory. Looks like the 47. Jalen fires, pass complete. This time to Butel.
Yeah, so a big pickup there on 3rd down and just a dart across the middle. That was the one impressive thing last week is how well he threw across the middle and just found open men. And so Mainers is just really doing the job right now, getting the ball into the guys' hands.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Cats. Looks like we're at the inside the 40 to about the 47, or 37, excuse me. Handoff. Tries the left side is number 31, Caden Ramos. Ramos, a junior, a 5'6", 155-pound running back.
Yeah, again, we're going to have to see the line open up some holes for the running game because, again, we're going to see mostly passing in this Wildcat offense. But, again, the running game's just as important. So, yeah, Hanselman and Obermeyer, they're just going to have to stick with their blocks and open some things up so Ramos can get into open space.
Ramos in the backfield, of course, with Mainers, just a half a step back behind him. There goes Butel. Jalen. Pass is complete again, this time again to Butel. So Max Butel with his 2nd straight reception.
You know, a 3rd down conversion. That was 3rd and short there, but, again, his timing looks outstanding. And the thing is, these guys have only had this summer to work together, and, Mainers obviously just transferring in during the fall last year, played on the basketball team, but, boy, he looks like he's really on the same page, especially with Butel and Levin so far.
Mainers out of the gun, 1st and 10 Cats at the 27. Gets pressure, he throws a pass, and it was his. Caught! Incomplete, actually. A little pressure from the Tigers defense there. No flag thrown.
Yeah, it looked like it may have been a little bit late hit on the quarterback there. But, whenever he threw that football, I was like, okay, is he going to the inside receiver? But no, he had basically his bead right on the money to Holsworth. Holsworth just wasn't able to haul it in.
With the incomplete pass, we'll bring up 2nd down and 10 now from the 27.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Again, Memorial's never seen this from Jasper. They don't have any game film or anything on this style of offense. So, again, this is brand new for this defense to be taken on.
Pass is dumped to Ramos on the flat on the far side. And the flag is down.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see what this call is.
It is a hold against the Cats.
Yeah, so obviously when you're trying to set up that screen, you got to get your blockers in there. Again, a lot of movement when you're trying to throw a backside screen play like that, and sometimes the linemen just tend to reach a little bit and probably got caught. Obviously got caught for one here, but again, big penalty because that pushes us back 10 from that spot.
And that ball looks like the flag is about the 26-yard line.
Yep.
So they'll take him back to about the 36. It is indeed at the 36-yard line. So
yeah, second
down and about 18.
18, yeah.
Mainers fires, complete to Butel.
Yeah, Butel's got 4 catches already on this drive here.
Okay.
You know, and the main thing on that particular play is that you just want to keep your rhythm going. I know it didn't gain much. Probably didn't expect to gain much, but it's like, you know what, let's just keep this going because it's 4-down territory, obviously, and so, you know, still got a 3rd and long here.
So 3rd down and long coming up. Pass up to the far side. It is nearly intercepted, at least in the end zone. Defending on to play for the Tigers is Luke Dockery.
Yeah, that's just one of those. I know that they were working on that the other day, and it's more or less a timing play. But, you know, again, if you're going to throw it to that outside, especially if your receiver's running along the sideline, you got to keep it to the outside. And, yeah, there was just nobody in the area as far as the Wildcats on that pass, so it could have easily been picked off. But so we're fortunate to still have a play here.
4th down and 14 from the 31.
Let's hear some noise, Tiger fans.
Mainers rolls, looks, fires a pass.
Oh, wide open.
It is incomplete as he had Jack Levin wide open, but he overthrew him, and the Wildcats will have to turn it over on downs.
Yeah, that's one thing that I kind of noticed with Mainers. He needs to work a little bit more on that long throw. You know, just connecting on that. If he puts a little bit more air on that and just lets his receiver fall into it, but, you know, just kind of his natural throwing motion is to throw that bullet, more or less, you know. So, yeah, that's just something that needs a little work, but good offensive set there for the Wildcats, moving it down the field.
So with 6:06 to go in the first quarter, no score. Tigers with their 2nd possession of the night, 1st and 10 from their own 31. Handoff. Number 15, I believe that was Max Anslinger.
Quarterback number 11, Luke Brown.
Ooh, my apologies. Luke Brown did keep it.
No, actually, I went to
Was it Anslinger?
no, Kendrick, 18.
All right. Well, like I said, it was just gonna have to.
It's hard to see.
It's hard to see. So sorry, my apologies.
But one thing with the Wildcat defense is that, you know, we're back to a 4-man front, more of a 4-3 with the cover 4 in the backfield. So obviously going to have to spread things out as they get multiple receivers downfield. So there's a quick hitter there.
That is complete on the far side, and it's to number 9,
Pass complete to number 9,
Luke Dockery.
9, 1st down.
Comes up with results in a gain of 9 and a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. That looks like the 43. Brown rolls, fires deep.
There we go.
Almost intercepted, and a penalty flag comes out.
I don't know how he found a pass interference on that play. I mean, I'm sorry. He's calling it a hold. You know it was. The ball was so short that was just open for anybody. I don't see how in the world he could throw a flag on that.
Well, the Wildcats are...
I mean, the ball was short, and Levin's the one that more or less had the easy beat on it. Wow. Man, oh, man.
All right, so the Wildcats, the recipients of an unfortunate penalty call there, like it or not, and that gives the Tigers, puts them deep, into the Wildcat territory. It looks like the 42. So it'll be 1st and 10 Memorial at the 42-yard line of Jasper. Handoff to
Kendrick again.
Hendrick his time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, especially with Kendrick and his ability to break just at any time. Again, we've had that issue against him before, and it's just one of those deals where it's just the Wildcats have really got to get aggressive, controlling the line of scrimmage. The linebackers have to get a good read on that and just not allow him to get into open space.
Play results in a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Looks like at the 26-yard line. So Brown with Kendrick next to him, to his side. Fakes the handoff, fires a pass.
And then gets another penalty.
And another penalty flies on yet another pass interference call, evidently against the Wildcats. Well, you're going to call the one. you're going to call one, you're going to might as well call the other.
That's the same official who called it too.
Well, I'll say this, he's consistent.
Yeah.
On the Wildcats.
So the Tigers with a pair of gifts. I'm sorry to say it, but is here on this on their second drive has really been the huge beneficiary of it. Let's see where this walk-off takes the football.
Good job, Butterball!
Maybe I should turn off their field mic.
Fans are hot.
Radicals. All right, looks like where are we at, Craig? About the 14-yard
Yeah,
line.
he's inside the 15
Just
there.
inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. So Brown with Hendrick. Hands it off to Hendrick. Hendrick inside the 10 to about the short of 5.
Tigers hand off to number 18, Dylan DK.
Yeah, so pick up about 8 on the play. But again, just, you know, he was able to
2 yards to go.
kind of read that, you know, giving his offensive line a chance to kind of open up the hole. But, you know, the Wildcats just got to get a little bit more push at the line of scrimmage, so he doesn't have that opportunity to pretty well read the hole and then just dance his way through.
From the 6. Second down.
Same thing there.
And into the end zone for a Tiger score.
Yeah, that's an adjustment the Wildcats going to have to do defensively because, again, Kendrick on that drive, I mean, I know that they, you know, the penalty benefited them moving them down into Wildcat territory, but once Kendrick got his hands on the ball, it was basically 3 run plays and he's in the end zone.
So number 18, Dylan Kendrick with a 6-yard touchdown run. Tigers draw first blood. And Pate Barrett will come on for the extra point kick. And a false start, it looks like, is going to be the case.
Penalty on the play.
Move the Tigers back about 5, obviously.
For the Tigers, long snapping is number 43, Grayson Carter. Holding number 9, Luke Dockery. Kicking number 7, Pate Barrett.
So Pate Barrett will now
Full start.
attempt the extra point from 5 yards back. 6-0 our score. The Tigers on top. Low snap, and Barrett's going to have to keep it. He's looking, and he's going to be able to make it into the end zone for a 2-point score. So the snap was low, and Luke Dockery, who the holder himself, was able to pick up the football and able to beat the Cats to the pylon. And as a result, Memorial has an 8-0 lead with 4:25 to go in the first quarter of play. We'll be back with the Tigers kickoff right after this on 18 WJTS.
Sell your car the easy way at Jubilar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper. Simply scan this QR code to get a Kelley Blue Book instant cash offer on your vehicle. Whether your car has low miles, high miles, or has a few dings, KBB makes it easy. Just answer a few simple questions and get a cash offer on the spot. Then bring your car to your local KBB buying center, Jubilar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, and we'll handle the rest. Trade your keys for cash today at Jubilar & Sons.
Back at Inlow Field where the Tigers take a 8-0 lead, Craig, over the Jasper Wildcats. And the Tigers set the kickoff to the Wildcats.
Yeah, the Wildcat defense just really needs to tighten things up because, again, Kendrick, an all-state running back last year, and, you know, again, it was just way too easy on his 3 runs on that drive. You know, of course, 2 penalties they were able to benefit from as well, but the bottom line is the defensive line is just going to have to control things at the line of scrimmage.
Kickoff by Pate Barrett. Rolls out to the end zone for a touchback, so the Cats will bring it out to the 20.
All right, so here's the Wildcats' opportunity to just answer because, again, we're going to have to score some points tonight to win this football game. So Memorial.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. As there's some delays here again. I'm not sure what's going on. As Maynard's out of the gun. Lukemeyer in the slot. Fires a pass on the far side. It is complete. Looks like Jack Levin this time. And Levin will take it to, looks like the 30-yard line, so that should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, there will be. The other key thing, too, as far as receivers, is just running accurate routes. And right there, he just made a nice cut in front of the defender and got himself open. Mainers put it right on the money, and Jack was able to easily haul that in for a nice, quick pickup and first down for the Wildcats.
1st and 10 from the 30. Mainers again out of the gun, as usual. And a whistle.
Penalty on the field.
And the flag is down. And it'll be a false start against the Wildcats. So at least the 3rd penalty tonight, Craig, or the 4th now? Yeah, those 2 pass interferences, and then is that?
Well, yeah, just the bottom line is that we can't afford penalties in a game like this, and so far that's what we're seeing here in this first quarter.
So it should bring up 1st and 15 now, back at the 25. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first quarter here at Enlow Stadium. And Mainers will keep it. Jalen takes it to, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, again, an RPO right there. He had the option of giving the football to Levin, but read it perfectly and tucked it up. So, it's a gain of 5, but again, 5 precious yards right there to make it a little bit more manageable here on 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10 now at the 30. Takes the handoff, rolls right. Pass is complete to number 18, Heichelbeck. Joe Heichelbeck, a junior at 6'4", makes the reception.
Yeah, so an outstanding play right there, a little play action. But, a lot of times when quarterbacks make that rollout, they're looking to the outside, but he looked right towards the middle of the field and caught his tight end coming on that hidden route. And an outstanding catch right there by Joe.
So Joe Heichelbeck's reception puts the football at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, 1st and 10 for the Cats. Mainers fires downfield, intended for Beckett Holsworth, and he throws it wide or low over his head.
2nd and 10.
Well, again, you'll notice as far as the Wildcat offense, it's basically inside of 3 seconds and that ball's out. But, again, another long pass play there where the Wildcats just got to get that timing down. But, boy, I'm telling you, once we get to game 3, 4, or 5, and I think those plays are going to be right there.
Exactly. We talk, with the new offense and everything, there's obviously you're going to have your bugs. And you're going to have your kinks to get out. And as you said, after about 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, hopefully, everything will be in a good working fashion. We have another officials timeout. What in the world is this about? Wow. You can see, look at the frustration on Jasper's line. They're like, what?
Well, it's something. Levin, I guess, something with equipment or something. I don't know. He made Levin come out of the ball game.
Well, it's just kind of, I think, like I said, look, you can see the frustration on Jasper's offense. That, it's just all this does is take them out of their rhythm. And anyway, so it's 2nd. Okay.
What'd you do?
I don't know. You kicked something. All right, there we go. Sorry, we lost our audio for a second here. Judd, are we good? Okay, thank you. So, with us getting moving around. Anyway, pass is intercepted by the Tigers. And the Memorial Tigers come up with a turnover.
Yeah, just a simple tip drill right there from Memorial. Just went off the fingertips of the Wildcat receiver and, bounced around right into Memorial's hands. So, yeah, the Wildcats, again, just mistakes here in this first quarter with penalties and now a big turnover there. And then we've had a bad snap earlier. So, yeah, it's just one of those deals where the Wildcats just really got to clean things up. But you don't want this game to get out of hand because if Memorial scores here, again, you're down 2 scores and you got a long way to go yet.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Handoff goes to number 3, DeAndre Fellows. Fellows on the end around and is going to be brought down on the play by number 11 for the Wildcats, Alec Ware.
Yeah, Memorial just giving you a different look as far as the running game there. So, again, we're talking about the Wildcats trying to make sure that they get guys or the ball into their playmakers' hands. The same thing with the Tigers. They got a lot of guys that they can go to.
6-yard pickup, second down and 4 at the 41. Brown rolls, fires a pass to the far side. It is incomplete, intended for Dockery.
Pass attempt to number 9, Dockery is incomplete.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Just a new quarterback. Even though you got experienced receivers out there, again, it's just got to be a matter of time for the Memorial Tigers too on their passing game. But the main thing is they got Kendrick in the backfield as an outstanding running back, so he's able to kind of take away from any mistakes that they make in the passing game.
3rd down and 4. Handoff. And on the carry is number 18, Dylan Kendrick.
Yeah, the thing is that we're not getting into the backfield at all. So, again, when he's taking that pitch right there, he can just kind of hesitate and wait for something to open up. And, it was only about a 4-yard run. It looks like he's going to be a little bit short unless they decide to measure here. But still, he's just able to kind of read what's happening in front of him before he has to react and make a move.
Well, they are going to measure here as the ball is resting at the 34-yard line. It's 4th down will be coming up if he is short. And helmet is in our way, and it is a Tiger. First down.
By nose.
I can only tell from the PA. So he gets the first down. Kendrick gets the yardage that he needed, just enough. So 1st and 10 for Memorial at the 34. 1.5 to go in the quarter. Pass is incomplete as Brown, and it looks like we actually have a penalty against the Tigers for a hold.
Yeah, but that was an outstanding job by the Wildcats finally getting into that backfield and putting pressure on the quarterback. So, doing it with the pass rush right there, but I'd like to see a little bit more of the penetration against the run as well. So, good adjustment for the Cats here.
It's been a long quarter. As we still have, 124 to go.
Yeah.
It feels like it ought to be halftime. That sun will be down sooner than we think.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, when you do have teams that like to throw the football, obviously the Wildcats are in that mode now. And, incomplete passes stop that clock every time.
From the 44, 1st down and 20, and another whistle.
Illegal motion.
So another penalty against the Tigers. So the Tigers now starting to shoot themselves a little bit in the foot here at the first a hold and now a legal motion. So back-to-back penalties for Memorial will push them even further back. See where it takes the football, most likely into the Memorial's own territory.
Yeah,
now,
that
actually
situation,
just short at the 49.
Right. No, I was going to say, in that situation, Memorial actually was going to go a direct snap to Kendrick. And so they're splitting out their wide receiver, a play they've run a number of times over the years and all that, but just somebody wasn't on the same page or wasn't set.
So 1st and long at the 44, or 49, Brown back, pass complete, Dockery, and he will be rushed out of bounds, looks like, by the Wildcats. Number 26 upends him, and that is Drake Hagan.
Yeah, that's just one of those plays. If you get that to the outside there, you've got to make the play, and Ross Dawkins just wasn't able to make that initial tackle because, it's basically that yards after catch. So he catches that football at about the 44-yard line, just makes a move. He makes that tackle and pushes him back, but instead moves him forward and gives him a little bit better field position here on 2nd and 14.
Looks like you said, as you said, it's 2nd down and 13 right now. Brown back. Brown fires a pass far side again to Dockery. Dockery breaks a couple of tackles. He's down the sideline. He is into the end zone. Is he? For the touchdown. So Dockery scores from 40-some yards out. And the Tigers are now on top. 14 to nothing.
Yeah, and that particular play, again, just a simple bubble screen over there. But, again, you got a real aggressive move there by Jaden Peak, number 8, from his cornerback spot. But you don't make that play, it's going to go for big yardage, and that's exactly what happened there. So, again, 2 times Cats had him stopped out there in the flat but couldn't make the play, and missed tackles wind up putting them back on the board.
And the extra point kick is good by Pate Barrett. And with 20 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Tigers have jumped out to a 15-0 lead over the Wildcats. We'll be back after this.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
15-0 is our score as we return to Enlow Field. Memorial jumps out on top with 20 seconds to go, but the Tigers, Pate Barrett, who just booted a extra point kick. Now kick off once again for the Wildcats for the 3rd time this evening here in this first quarter. That kick is going to be received and down in the end zone by Beckett Holsworth, so we'll bring it back out to the 20.
All right, so the Wildcats this time have got to get points on the board. Again, Memorial with 2 scores. I mean, this could be a different ball game, but the Wildcats just with a lot of mistakes here in this first quarter with bad snaps, interceptions, penalties, things just kind of pushing back. So, again, I know everybody's trying to get on the same page as far as what everyone's supposed to do with this offense, but, just need to clean things up. But, again, still within range because, again, when you have this type of up-tempo offense, you can move the ball down the field and maybe even get a big play.
Handoff. Actually, Mainers keeps the football. He'll bring it forward, and he'll be upended by number 16, Wes Kelly. So Mainers, nice run, Craig, to looks like the 35.
Yeah, nice 15-yard pick up there on first down. So, again, a perfect read on the RPO. And actually just a shoestring tackle by number 16, Kelly, saved him from maybe going all the way there.
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter of play with the score Evansville Memorial 15. Jasper 0 will be returning to Enlow Field right after this.
Contact Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air at 812-482-4425. That's 812-482-4425. Located at 723 3rd Avenue in Jasper.
It's hard to stop a train.
Back at Enlow Field where we getting ready to start the second quarter of play. 15-0 Memorial as Jasper has it first down and 10 at the 35. So the Wildcats looking to answer the Tigers here to get back into this contest. Here is a give to Butel. Max, about the 45 maybe it looks like. So Max on the carry, he faked the pitch and then handed it off to Butel, who took it over to the left side, and he will take it right to the 45-yard line. So should be a 10-yard pickup and a first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they're actually not giving him the first down.
They are not. Okay.
He looks like he's just a little bit short. But the main thing on that particular play is just an outstanding block that they got from Jesse Harper. So, I mean, the counter play is kind of a misdirection play, but great execution by the offensive line opening that hole up for him.
Handoff. And enough for the first down, and then across the 50 by number 31 for the Cats, Caden Ramos. So Ramos will take it right to the field, mid-stripe.
Yeah, what I like what the Wildcats are doing here, just trying to establish the run. So, again, kind of little change of pace here, and,
Right.
and gives your offensive line a chance to kind of control the line of scrimmage and open some things up there. So a good run by Ramos, and of course the one right before there by Butel.
Jalen, pass complete to Jack Levin, who's going to be run out of bounds by number 23 for the Tigers, Evan Helt.
Yeah, 26-yard pickup on that play, and I'll tell you what, that's what the run does. It sets up plays just like that because, again, the Wildcats, with a little play action, fake that pitch to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, boom, you just throw that bullet right on the money. And you need a quarterback who can make that throw, and that was an outstanding throw, and, of course, Levin making it happen after the catch.
Jack Levin, a senior, third-year starter. And let's see, we're at looks like a 29-yard line. Jalen on the carry. He will take it forward for maybe a couple.
Quarterback keeps it for a gain of about a half a yard. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, so not much there for Mainers.
Okay, they're only going to give him a yard on that. Looks like he will take it to the 28 this time, so bring up 2nd down and 9.
And again, just a very important drive for the Wildcats here. Got to get points on the board, but you really want to get in the end zone here.
So, Mainers. Levin on the near side. 3 receivers on the right. Jack back. Jalen back. Passes thrown downfield. He had a man wide open on the far sideline, and looks like Jalen took a hit.
Yeah, he took a hard hit right there, but man, and I think that kind of forced him to get rid of that football a little bit quicker. But, yeah, Butel, I don't know if he kind of gave up on the ball there, but, man, he was just wide open. So another missed opportunity with the long ball for the Cats.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 9 from the 29. 9:53 to go in the second quarter of play. Memorial leads it 15-0. So Mainers and a whistle. And a timeout, Jasper. The Wildcats called timeout. And we'll take a break and come back to Inlow Field right after this.
After a long day of digging holes and keeping cats out of my yard, I'll wind down on a nice, comfy, soft cloud. My human buys the best fluffy stuff from Carpet Warehouse.
At Carpet Warehouse, you'll find a floor that will please the whole family, even the ones with 4 legs. Rory loves to cool off by laying on laminates, tile, vinyl, or wood. You'll love them for their style and many selections.
Carpet Warehouse. Quality I can lay on. Quality you can stand on.
Back at Inlow Field where the Wildcats, after a timeout, are back on the field. The offense, Craig, for a big 3rd down play.
Yeah, 3rd and long here, obviously 4 down territory. Yeah, Coach Hart's down there talking with the official, and I'm sure just trying to get some clarification on things we seem to be seeing on our sideline, but you want to, and that's the thing. You got to take advantage of those opportunities to kind of explain some things to the officials to make sure that they're seeing the same thing.
Derek Hart in his first season as head coach of the Wildcats. Opening night, Mainers, pass complete to the 15. Butel inside the 10 and down to about the 6-yard line.
I'll tell you, that was an outstanding play design right there. So again, just kind of froze the defense, and then all of a sudden you hold your slot back, and then boom, hit him on a quick slant there when everybody else has dropped back deep, and all of a sudden he just prances all the way down to the inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. Huge play for the Cats.
Big 3rd down play brings up 13 yards on the play on 3rd down and 9. 1st and goal for Jasper at the 6. Pitch. Right side and inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line on the carry is Ross Dawkins.
Yeah, the Cats going to more of a power play in there. You know, we basically brought in the fullbacks, so you saw Elledge Smith in the background or in the backfield there. So he's supposed to provide that lead block. But, yeah, just not quick enough to get into the end zone. But, again, 2nd and short or 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
at the 3-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go in the second quarter of play. Jasper knocking on the door. Second down and goal at the 3. Here is the handoff, and he's going to get stuffed on the carry. You can see exactly who got it right there. Exactly. There you go, Jeremy.
Yeah, Dawkins again.
Dawkins on the carry.
Yeah, so again, we need better push in the offensive line because, again, this is the trenches right now, and so this offensive line has got to blow the defensive line off so that they can get in the end zone. So they brought Ramos in this time. See if they make a little change as far as their setup.
Third down and goal at the 2. Mainers rolls, intercepted in the end zone. And bringing it out is number 16 for the Tigers.
He's going to go.
Wes Kelly. And Wes Kelly's going to take it all the way. He's at the 30. Maybe one man just might catch him. And there's a block from behind, and nobody called it. Did they call it?
No, they did not.
They never called it.
No.
Jasper defender, our man, was pushed from behind, and anyway, returned it 100 yards all the way from the end zone.
We got a flag back here.
We do have a flag back here. Okay, great.
But we'll see. I don't think it's against Memorial, though.
We'll see it.
Nope,
they do have a flag. They're going to pick it up.
Of course.
So Memorial jumps out to a 21-0 lead on an interception in the end zone by Wes Kelly, who returned it all the way to the other end zone for 100 yards and a Tiger pick 6.
Here's the comical thing about it. The flag's still over here on the field.
And a manager or whatever for Memorial's coming out here to pick it up.
Wow. So you throw a flag over here, and then you decide, no, let's just pick it up. Beautiful play on a 100-yard return.
Gentleman over here is coming here to pick it up.
And, of course, no call. No call at all.
Pate Barrett.
Because, I mean, Mainers had the angle, and then all of a sudden he got hit from behind. So, yeah, obviously you can make a cut into the end zone if you're blocked from behind like that.
And Derek Hart is giving him the official the business right now.
As he should. Why are you throwing flags if it's not a penalty? I never understand. Let's pick up the flag.
Yeah, pick up the flag. Exactly. Oops, I dropped it.
Wow.
Sorry, no. So right now, we await the extra point kick by Pate Barrett, which, if good, will give the Tigers a 22-0 lead. Doesn't take away from the fact, Craig, of the interception and the miscue.
Right.
Either way, but extra point kick is up, and it is good. 22-0 Memorial, 7:44 to go in the first half. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Southern Indiana Propane recognizes the hard work and dedication that our student athletes put forth to prepare to play their best in representation of our schools. The team at Southern Indiana Propane works to be tough on safety and easy on the pocketbook for our customers. When it comes to safety, we are the most stringent in the area because we want to do all we can to help our customers have confidence that their energy choice is a safe and efficient low-carbon option that is reliable and ready when you are. Propane, energy for everyone.
Well, Pate Barrett will be kicking off from the 40-yard line for the Tigers for at least the third or fourth time this evening, as the Wildcats were knocking on the door for their first score.
Yeah, and such a promising drive right there. Again, the Wildcats, after the Memorial score, all set to kind of score on a 80-yard drive. But
bringing it out for the Cats is Beckett Holsworth. Nice return by Beckett to about the 38, it looks like. So the Cats will set up a shop, Craig, again, trying to get some kind of answer, get some kind of points on this board. I mean, there's a lot of time left here in the second quarter, about 7 minutes or something. And anyway, the point is they really got to get some points on here, get something, some kind of shot in the arm before half.
Yeah, it looked like they moved the football back. to the 36. I thought he got a little bit further than that, but
he's down at first at the 38, but down they did move it back to the 36. So 1st and 10 for Mainers and the Wildcat offense. Jalen pitches on the near side. That was to Jack Levin. Jack on the carry. To about the met fiercely, as they say. Yep.
Hamilton family in the crowd.
Well, I tell you what, all my years as the public address announcer for Jasper, that's one thing I pride myself on. Never acted like that.
Being a homer.
Being a obvious homer. Mainers. Pass is tipped and incomplete. So a Memorial lineman was able to get his hand up and do what you got to do and knock that pass down.
Yeah, Brady Combs got in his face right there and was able to knock that one down. But, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the Wildcats had a really good drive right there. And, again, I'll need to see the replay as far as what happened on the play as far as, how the interception happened.
Mainers on 3rd down and 9 from the 36. Fires a pass up the middle. Jack Levin, the only man down, being defended on the play by Wes Kelly. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Cats as they go 3 and out.
Yeah, so 3 and out here.
It's not what the Cats obviously wanted, as we were saying. You got to try to pick up some kind of momentum before halftime. As let's see, we got 6:51 still to play here in the 2nd quarter.
Right.
So,
well, we knew it was going to be a learning curve, and just again a completely new system and all that the Wildcats had just really a short time to implement. But it's showing a lot of promise, and that's the thing. You can't get too down about what's going on, and each drive has got to be something new and something you need to continue to work on different things to just help improve. Again, not saying the Wildcats are out of this football game, but we just got to kind of treat it like, hey, again, this is live football. We need a lot of things to work on offensively and defensively, and you just got to take it one drive at a time.
Dockery called a fair catch on that punt at the 29-yard line. And handoff. And up to about the 31-yard line, maybe for a pickup of 2, is number 21 for the Tigers, Gino Imani.
But again, a good positive play right there defensively for the Wildcats. Tyson Hunter and also Elliott Smith on the stop there. So, Memorial just trying to get something going up the middle, and the Cats just plugged it right away. So, again, one play at a time. And the bottom line at this particular point, it's all about improvement.
So, Brown out of the gun with Kendrick behind him, and Imani moves over to his left. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. Intercepted. It was intercepted. Lukemeyer has it. Nate is knocked out of bounds at about looks like inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. So there's a shot in the arm, Craig, perhaps.
Absolutely. And the thing is, the quarterback really misread that particular play. I mean, if anything, he should have gone to a short man, but he tried to go a little bit deeper downfield, and Lukemeyer just had a perfect read on it, picked that off on the sideline, and boy, he just put a level hit on the quarterback, Luke Brown. We'll see what kind of effect that has on him because he's slowly walking off the field right now.
All right, so the Wildcats hopefully in business here with 5:51 to go in the half. They are at the 15-yard line, 1st down and 10. So 1st down and 10 for the Cats at the 15-yard line. Mainers keeps the football, and he will spin back for maybe a gain of 1 at the 15. Or excuse me, actually the 14. So we'll see where they spot it, actually.
Yeah, gain of maybe about 2 or so there, but I think Maynard's kind of missed the read on that because Ramos on the right side looked like he had a hole there if he was just able to get the football into his hands, but Maynard's pulled it back and went the other way. So, yeah, again, that's another thing that the Cats have, got to execute these RPOs as well.
Levin on the near side, Lukemeyer in the slot. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, gets pressure. He'll be hit and is brought down for a loss. Back to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. Big defensive play for the Tigers.
Yeah, missed assignment there for the Wildcats as far as the offensive line. You get those rollouts, and you got to get out there and pick up the pressure coming from the opposite side, and it was just a little bit too easy. I mean, initially getting into the backfield was number 88, Teddy Pooh, and so, yeah, a big loss for the Cats here, forcing a third and very long.
Third down, and I'm not showing it exactly on the board, but it looks like about third down and maybe 15. Or excuse me, not about 15, excuse me, about 28 at the 35. And it looks like a timeout is called. Timeout is called with 4:28 to go in the second quarter. Jasper trails at 22-0, but the Wildcats look at the dent the scoreboard before the halftime break, and we'll take a break and be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at Du Bois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Back and in low field, 4:28 to go. Third down and 18 for the Cats at the 25-yard line. Mainers fires a pass up the middle. It's tipped and incomplete. Intended for number 1 for the Cats, Beckett Holsworth, but on the play for Memorial is number 43, Grayson Carter. So I bring up fourth down now for the Wildcats at fourth down and 18 at the 25.
Yeah, that play was there, but Mainers just threw the ball a little bit behind him there. So, again, we're seeing these receivers get open, and we just got to connect. So it's just one of those deals where, again, we've seen it on the long ball there, and that pass play right up the middle on a nice, quick little skinny post, and just weren't able to connect. So the Cats going to have to do it here on fourth down.
Their second fourth down attempt this evening. Pass is incomplete as Mainers fires a BB intended for Butel, and the Wildcats once again will have to turn it over on downs.
First down.
Yeah, that's a catchable football right there. Again, maybe slightly behind him, but, an adjustment that Butel needs to make. And, yeah, just right there, the Cats with a golden opportunity after the interception, but, again, not able to take advantage. And now Memorial's got the ball back in their hands.
So the Tigers take it over, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, 4:19 to go in the first half. An incredibly long first half. Screen over here on the east side here, as on the play on the carry will be number 5 for the Tigers, Drew Ellis.
Tigers wide out, number 5, Drew Ellis.
So Ellis on the carry will result actually in a loss of about, 3 maybe.
Well, the defense is starting to do their job right now. Again, came up with a big turnover there, knocked them back for a loss on that particular play. So, that's just the thing. The defense, if they keep the Wildcats in it, and we can somehow, some way, how much time we got on the clock, 3:44. But, I'm not still much into this football game, but just everybody's just got to make plays and execute.
Brown hands off, or on the carry, Brown hands off to number 18, Dylan Kendrick. Dylan is brought down on bottom of the plow for the Cats is number 2, Jude Peter.
DK Kendrick up middle for get 5.
He will pick up about maybe 5 on the play, perhaps. It's going to bring it back out, 3rd down and 10 at the 25.
Okay, so 2 nice plays there on the defense. So again, you knocked them back 4. You put them right back at the original line of scrimmage right here, 3rd and 10. So Cats have just, obviously a passing situation for Memorial, but again, Kendrick in the backfield there. It could be a little bubble screen or something, just try to get him open. Nope, they're going to throw the ball.
And it is caught by Dockery on this side, and he'll have enough for a first down. I'm going to say he is out of bounds at about the 40.
Yeah, the backfield coverage wasn't quite there on that particular play because it was just an easy pitch and catch, but we do have a penalty flag over here.
Flag is down behind the line of scrimmage, likely against the Tigers.
Don't be too sure.
Yeah, good point. They are talking with Coach Hart. And now, are they going to, don't tell me they're going to pick that up. I mean, as an assistant coach for Jasper.
They're picking up the flag again.
If that's the case, that's just ungodly.
Why are you throwing flags if you don't see anything?
Well, again, the fish referee is talking to Derek Hart.
Quit throwing flags if you don't see anything. I don't understand this.
Well, it's okay. All right, it was a penalty against the Tigers. It looks like it was it's an offsetting penalty. Personal foul on both sides. So replay of the down.
All right.
Third down and 10. Third down and 10 at the 25-yard line. So nullifies the 15-yard first down play for the Tigers. When we thought it might be a hold. It's about time to get the ball set, though, and start the clock, wouldn't it?
Well, the clock's going to start the play clock, the actual play clock, but I don't know about the game clock. That stops on the penalty.
I've never seen so much time spent in a ball game with official have to explain really what's lame in the first place. And, I mean,
delay a game on the officials. Come on.
No kidding. This game's now an hour and 5 minutes old. And it's not even halftime yet. We still got 2 minutes, 2:47 to go before half. And here comes Coach Hart again. He's going to let him have it again. So as we wait to resume this ball game sometime, Craig. Hopefully by the next 10 minutes. So after a lengthy discussion, we resume play with third down and 10 at the 25. Brown back on third down.
There's a hold. There's a hold all day long.
And they called it. And the flag is down. The pass is
They're going to call
incomplete.
a defensive hold. They are going to call a defensive hold. The offensive.
Are you sure?
We had penetration into the backfield, and I think they're going to call a defensive hold across the middle here.
Well, let's see.
No, they call a pass interference
against Jasper.
You've got to be kidding me.
This is ridiculous. This is absolutely a joke. I mean,
wow.
How in the world could you call this?
I mean,
I'm sorry. I don't get that wound up over. And I apologize, but this.
I don't apologize for nothing because this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Wow. Yeah, complete hold in the backfield there. And instead, we're going 15 yards the other way.
Why even come out the second half?
Yeah. Man, oh, man.
I mean,
how many uncles are on the field for the Memorial players? We'll find out.
I mean, this is definitely a ball game that will need to be reviewed by somebody up in Indy.
They won't.
I mean, they won't. No, I know, but it's sad that it should be. First and 10, Tigers at the 40. Screen pass on the far side. It is complete to number 5.
There's another flag over here. What's this one going to be?
Drew Ellis, and we'll see what this is all about. So flag is at the 40-yard line, at the line of scrimmage.
52 should be gone.
Holding on the Tigers.
There's a hold on Memorial.
Seriously, wow.
I guess they're all right. So that'll set it back to the 30-yard line. Second down, or first down, and 20 at the 30. 2.5 minutes to go yet in this second quarter. Handoff to number 18, Kendrick. Kendrick takes it forward to about the, let's see, about the 47, 46.
Third 3.
And that's still going to be about third down and about 4 or 5. Or second down, 4 or 5, excuse me.
Second and 4 for the Tigers.
Honestly, as far as Memorial's offense, I'm giving the ball to Kendrick as much as I can because every time he touches the football, it's 5, 10, 15, 20 yards. I mean, he's pretty well done whatever he's wanted to, but he's only touched the ball about 5 or 6 times tonight.
And he gets it again, and he
go.
will take it to near the midfield stripe. And he will be close to the first down.
Stand by, Tiger fans.
Yeah, kind of a decision situation here. I don't know if they'll call a timeout. No, it doesn't look like it, but you're at midfield.
That's first down. I was going to say there's
okay.
no question about it.
All right, I was reading the marker a little bit wrong there. Okay, so.
Clock running with 1:36 to go in the half. First and 10, Memorial. At the midfield stripe. Brown out of the gun. Fakes the handoff. He'll fire a pass deep downfield intended for Dockery, and it is incomplete. Defending on the play for the Cats was Jack Levin. So Luke Brown's pass is incomplete. That'll bring up second down and 10. 1:19 to go in the half.
Yeah, it's Memorial. Nice play call there as far as just trying to go for the home run ball there on first down because, again, you've been able to move the football and, especially with Kendrick in the backfield, but actually you're going to split him out a little bit. So they got 5 wide on this particular play.
So Luke Brown, the only man in the backfield now, obviously working out of the shotgun. He'll fire a pass. It is intended for man on this side. And there's a penalty
All right,
down.
So now the Wildcats, see, again, when things are kind of getting out of hand as far as the officiating, and then it frustrates the players, and then, obviously that's a penalty on the Wildcats. There's no doubt about it because Elliott Smith just totally hammered the quarterback. But, again, but it's just frustration because, the flags have just been so far one way in this first half.
So 1:15 to go, and that'll be a first down for the Tigers. This time now well into Jasper territory. We'll see where they put it down. Looks like the 35. So first and 10, Memorial at the 35.
First down, Tigers.
All right, so the win for the Wildcats here is just not allowing them to score. So, just like I said, every single set it down. Now what? What are we doing?
I don't know. I just keep hearing all these whistles, and
I guess one of the players, they're making him go out.
And it looks like there's a timeout as both teams are heading to the respective sidelines. 1:15 to go in the first half. We'll be back after this.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today, and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Back at Inlow Field, where apparently a timeout was called, as you can see down there. I'm going to make a guess here. Apparently, a player regurgitated on the field, so they had to take a little timeout here to get that cleaned up. So
Okay,
I've seen ball games stop because of blood on the courts and things like that, but not too much for vomit.
okay, but here's the interesting thing. They moved the ball to the other side because that's where, I mean, obviously they got, you see the patch of wetness right there that they kind of poured on the field because the player did throw up on the field.
There's no two ways about it.
But again, get towels out there and clean that up. Why would you move the ball to the opposite side? That's not where the football was. I don't care if it, because you're still playing on it. I mean, I don't get it.
1:15 to go. First and 10 Tigers at the Jasper 35. And a whistle and another penalty.
So I think we got movement, early movement from the wide receiver over there in Memorial. So we called that against Luke Dockery.
An hour and 45-minute half of football. It's 8:45 in Jasper.
Beautiful night, though.
Yeah, no kidding. It's turned out to be, I mean, the weather, of course, has been fantastic compared to what we've been going through about the last 2 weeks, and thank goodness for that. And just in time for the football season, Judd and I were saying usually we're dying of heat when the season starts, and next week looks to be pretty decent, too. And now what do we got?
Jasper calls timeout, so.
All right, Wildcat timeout. Back after this on 18 WJTS.
Come to the Carpet Warehouse. Quality you can stand on.
You know they sell and install carpet, but Carpet Warehouse also specializes in hard surface floors as well. Vinyl, hardwood, laminate, and tile. Come see the many different options and get a free in-home estimate today at Carpet Warehouse, 650 Woodlawn Drive in Jasper.
Come to the Carpet Warehouse. Quality you can stand on.
Back in Enlow Field for the final minute and 15 seconds of this first half. Pass is complete by Brown to number 6 for the Tigers, Grant Rogier.
Tigers quarterback, number 11, Luke.
And Wildcat down a little gingerly, taking his time, having a little trouble getting up, so now we're going to have an injury timeout. Looks like number 4 for the Cats, Ross Dawkins. So Dawkins holding a leg. I don't know, perhaps a cramp. It is.
But on the play right there, Luke Brown, I mean, I'll tell you what, that was a good quarterback move on his part because he stepped up into the pocket, just kept his eyes downfield and found a wide open man. So, a big 17-yard pickup on 1st and 15. So, the thing is, both these teams are going to have growing pains. I mean, obviously with a new quarterback and new personnel from Memorial, and then obviously a whole new system for the Jasper Wildcats. And so, the struggles have been there. And that's one thing with Coach Hart is that he's mentioned, he's not going to measure things on wins and losses, to kind of start things off. And that's a really good point because, again, this is all something new. It's a new system. We've got an outstanding quarterback and we've got outstanding receivers and all that, but it takes time for everybody to pretty well get their timing right and to get things going. And this is something obviously we're going to learn from. You even just look at this football game going into it. I mean, Memorial's, let's face it, Memorial was probably favored coming into it. But, because, again, their system's been around for 18 to 20 years, and for the Wildcats, it's been around for basically just a couple months for the most part. So,
19-yard line is where the football is spotted. 1:05 to go before halftime. 1st and 10 for Memorial. Needless to say, Tigers would like to get one more punch on the board in this last minute. And Brown fires a pass into the end zone, and there it is for a touchdown. From
it's intercepted.
Are they saying? Oh, they're
You
saying.
have got to be kidding me. They're not giving us the interception there?
Ungodly. Well, I'll tell you what.
I have never seen anything more atrocious as far as officiating. I'm sorry, I just have not. Pass play right there, and Lukemeyer comes down with the football, and he does not get credit for an interception.
Did they give him the touchdown, though?
Yes,
I think
they're calling that a touchdown. This is the most atrocious thing I've ever seen. I mean, honestly, this is the most atrocious officiating I've ever seen. I've been calling high school football games for a
long time.
Long time. And unbelievable what we're witnessing tonight. This is absolutely pathetic.
Well, extra point kick is up, and it is good again.
Wow.
This by number 7, Pate Barrett. 29-0 is our score with him. 59 seconds to go till halftime.
You know, I'm tired of every time Hart comes out there and the official's got his hands out like, oh, I don't know. I mean, you have control. You got the white hat on here, and you have control of this football game. And no, you've completely lost control of this football game.
You think Derek Hart has ever had this much problem with, and you know, and all these years of coaching now, of course, his first game at Jasper, he's getting an absolute hosed given to him here in his first game back in the SIAC.
Right.
He played down here and so forth, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah. I mean, the Hart family brought a state championship to Wrights and all that, but, you know, I mean, who knows what the situation was or why they left. Again, that's been almost 2 decades ago, but still, you know, again, you just question it. I mean, what's the deal? I mean, honestly, what is the deal between this officiating crew to have this so one-sided? I mean, that's an interception. I can't believe this.
I mean, really, anybody with half a brain, I mean, knows this has just been an absolute joke in officiating. I don't care anymore either. I mean, it's just, you're seeing it for yourself here. I mean, we really don't have to describe it to you. So 29-0 is our score, and all the Cats could do right now is just mercifully end this first half. You know, the sad thing is, Craig, we got a second half coming up.
Exactly.
I mean, sorry to say that. We love our jobs. That's why we do this, because we try to have fun at it. But when you go through nights like this.
I mean, if you don't want to officiate the game, just don't do it. I mean, get out of it, because they're just, I don't know. Get that running clock, I guess, and get everybody home. But it's a beautiful night. We should be enjoying some nice competitive football, but we're not seeing it tonight. I mean, obviously, again, Wildcats have a lot of improvement to do as far as just their game and all that, but the bottom line is, you know, you may see an extra 2 scores in there just from the advantage that Memorial's getting right now.
I was going to bring it up before, you know, when we go to halftime. Well, I mean, we just only have a few seconds now left, but just talk about it now. I mean, you know, what we're seeing tonight is a very good Memorial Ball Club, of course, and the Jasper team, obviously, that needs to find its identity, you know, still in this new offensive scheme.
Yep.
And, you know, they've had their mistakes. Memorial has taken advantage of those mistakes. But like I said, but the sad thing about all this is what we've seen tonight is how the officiating has to, you know, feel like it's almost all about them, you know, and it's just sad. I mean, so many obvious calls, and they were just, anyway.
All right, well, 26 seconds from being able to take a break and catch our breaths here, so.
Pass is complete, or incomplete, actually, intended for Lukemeyer. And
pass incomplete for the Wildcats. 3rd and 9.
So 3rd down coming up now. What's the scoreboard say time-wise?
16 seconds.
16 seconds. Craig sticks his head out the window like, what was it again? Nah, right. And to get a better view, and we're both at him. I'm looking at the monitor here. Anyway, so our vantage point hasn't been the best, needless to say, either tonight. Pass is incomplete again.
Are they going to call that a fumble?
No.
They are. Yes, they are. They're calling that a completed pass.
No, they're calling it incomplete. No, he's coming in.
Well,
referee's coming in.
By number 43, Grayson Carter.
The one official was calling it.
Well, the referee came in waving it off. Waving it incomplete. But it's 4th down.
Yep.
So, opening game of the 2025 season, and the opening night of the Derek Hart era here at Jasper High School has obviously been just a bad nightmare so far in a lot of ways. Unfortunately for the Cats, fair catch is called from the punt by Owen Rice.
Solid punt, fair caught by number 9, Luke. We gotta go. First down, Tigers. Let's go.
So the Tigers will have it with the remaining final seconds to go in this first half.
But again, just going back to where the Wildcats need to be at this particular point is just, hey, you still got a football game to play. And, you know, and you've got some things to work on. Obviously, you got halftime to talk it over, maybe make some adjustments and all that. But, you know, again, Memorial going in with a big lead here at halftime. All right, now what?
Who cares at this point?
He's taking
Who cares
a
what they're
knee.
doing?
What?
I really don't care what they're doing.
What are you resetting? I mean, seriously.
No, I don't know, and I don't.
What are you resetting?
Really. Well, they're going to take a knee, needless to say, here, and that will bring us to the end of the first half of play, mercifully.
Yep.
So the first half comes to a close with the Tigers in control, obviously, with a 29-0 score in a long first half of football that took an hour and 55 minutes. We'll be back with the second half right after this on 18 WJTS.
Jubilo Toyota is proud to announce that we are the only Toyota dealer in the tri-state to win the Toyota President's Award for 20 years in a row. This coveted award recognizes the highest level of customer satisfaction in sales, service, and management. We thank all of our employees for their 20 years of hard work, and we invite you to enjoy an award-winning experience with us today. Only at Jubilo Toyota, Highway 231 South in Jasper, where customers send their friends for award-winning customer service since 1929.
Back at Inlow Stadium on the campus of Bosse High School in Evansville, Carey Schneider, Craig Schneider, Jeremy Marcos, as we near the halftime break in a ball game in which the Wildcats find themselves down 29-0. About to start the second half, Craig. Give a few numbers, if you will.
Yeah, just taking a look at a Memorial. Luke Brown, 5 of 8 passing for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And Dylan Kendrick, the running back, 9 carries for 60 yards and 1 score. So, you know, the thing is, it's just they've had really good field position and just been able to get points on the board for the, you know, basically the miscues that the Wildcats have had tonight. Take a look at the Wildcat numbers. Rushing numbers, 14 carries for 35 yards, led really, I guess, by Max Butel, 1 carry for 9 yards, so he's the leading rusher for the Cats. Jalen Mainers is 12 of 25 for 106 yards, no scores, 2 interceptions, and the Wildcats are led as far as receiving. 7 targets, 4 catches for Levin. Actually, Butel has got 6 catches for 57 yards, lead the Wildcats in the receiving department. So, but yeah, again, you just kind of scrap the things here. I mean, unless it's a miracle comeback as far as the Wildcats, but you're down 29-0. You need to kind of just erase that number from your head right now. And again, just every single series, offensively and defensively, is where the Wildcats have to just put their focus on right now, because, you know, again, we've got outstanding football players, we've got great personnel on this football team, but it just needs to come together, and you can't let a score like that we're basically looking at right now in the situation that we've kind of faced in that first half. You got to erase it, and right now it's a 0-0 football game, and you just get out there and play the best football you can and improve. You know, we're going to have to make some personnel changes, I'm sure, here and there, but just the bottom line is we got to improve here in the second half.
All right, so kicking off this for the Wildcats will be number 9, Owen Rice. He does all the kicking and punting now this year, or set to do so, and we will have likely Ellis, Dockery, and Dylan Kendrick kicking off, receiving back deep for the Tigers. So, well, like I said, Craig, let's just figure this is a whole new ball game right now.
Absolutely.
And so forth if you're Jasper, and just try to do what you got to do, and, learn what you can, and experience matters.
Well, and the thing is, I mean, we had some missed opportunities, as far as some of those pass plays that just weren't able to connect on wide open receivers. And so, again, those are things it's like, well, let's do it here in the second half. Again, we got our first taste of what this new system is, and this is going to be an outstanding system for the Jasper Wildcats and just what we need in today's modern football game. But, again, you just got to work the kinks out because this is all brand new for so many people.
On the return for the Tigers, on a kick that bounced into the hands, looks like of Dockery. Or, excuse me, Rogie on the return, actually. He will take it to about the 25-yard line. So that's where the Tigers will start their first drive of the second half, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. With high school football, you only get so many games, especially this senior class. Each game, each half, each quarter is, you're one quarter away from really never getting to play this great game again for a lot of these guys. And so, again, you just got to keep your enthusiasm out there, and you got to play hard every single play and constantly compete.
And you're going to miss it once it's over.
Yeah. But, but it's just like you got to compete every single play. So, like right here, Kendrick's at the football. Let's get after him. And Cats with a good pursuit there to force him to the outside. But, again, those are things. You can't let the scoreboard dictate how you play on the field.
So, Kendrick on the carry, on the pitch from the left from Brown. He picks up 4 on the play. So we bring down second down at 6, I believe. It looks like at about the 29. Opening minutes of the third quarter of play here on 18 WJTS. Handoff, it looks again, was that Kendrick again? Yes, it was. Tigers right now going to be resolved, maybe almost probably keep it on the ground most of the second half. Would you think possibly? I mean, as you said, if you're Memorial, you want to get that ball to his hands and control this football game.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, Kendrick runs the ball so well. He reads his holes perfectly. I mean, shows a lot of patience in that backfield, and but right now going deep and. Big connection on that play. So
on the reception is number 15, Max Anslinger, for a big play that will give the Tigers the football into Jasper territory at about the 43.
Well, and that's another thing too. I say it all the time that a successful run game will set up plays like that. And so, again, they run the first 2 plays to Kendrick, and we know that he gave us some troubles there in that first half with his 60 yards that he rushed for and all that. But all of a sudden, boom, quick little play-action play on a third and really short situation, and all of a sudden, boom, it's wide open for a big play.
Handoff goes to number 21 for the Tigers, and he will take it all the way for the touchdown. Number 21 for Memorial, Gene.
Number 21, Gino
Imani. Gino Imani on the carry for what was that, about 43 yards out. And the Tigers
that touchdown by the Tigers
strike early in the second half, leading it 33-0.
Well, you can't say much more about that. It's like just obviously everything was executed perfectly by Memorial to open up a hole like that. And, so Memorial looking to go between the tackles, and didn't take long for them to get back on the board. So Memorial came out slinging again, and now we're going to be looking at a running clock as the Cats are down 36.
So 36-0. Like Craig said. Or is that?
Well,
I thought it was 33.
You can't read the score.
I thought it said.
No. Okay.
What was it? 29-0. So
yeah, 29.
So it's 36.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, we even this night is scrambling our brains a little bit.
Right.
So, well, we'll take a break and come back after this here on 18 WJTS.
Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper is your exclusive ladies' boutique, carrying a variety of incomparable top designers. You can select apparel from their large variety of elaborate accessories. Stop in for unique gifts like art from local artists and home decor. Think local, buy local. Just Whimsy on the Square in Jasper.
All right, as we return to Inlow Field, Pate Barrett once again on for yet another kickoff to the Wildcats as the Tigers score on a 43, I believe, yard run by Gino Imioni. And that kickoff will roll into the end zone for a touchback.
All right, so defense had a tough go at it to start things off there. Now it's the offense's time. You know, again, forget the scoreboard. Forget the scoreboard. And what we need to do right now is just get better as a football team. We got to start executing better on this offense. You know, the offensive line has got to block. They got to protect the quarterback. They got to open up holes for the running game. And, again, we got to get the timing right between the quarterbacks and the receivers. So, you know, again, this is a live football game, and that's where we're at right now. I don't care about the running clock or whatever. It's just let's continue to just execute a game plan.
As Craig said, running clock now in play as the pitch goes to Butel. Max tries the other side. He's still on his feet, and he will finally be brought down at about the 37-yard line.
You know, a great play right there. 17 yards right out of the bat. You know, so again, the offense is waiting for their opportunity here to start the second half, and that's a great start right there. So again, you know, Butel getting the ball into his hands and allow him to do some things up the field. So a great job by the Wildcats offensive line to open that up.
So football spotted at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. 9:13 to go in the quarter. Long bomb downfield is incomplete, intended for Jack Levin. As knocking it down for the Tigers will be J.J. Lowry.
Okay.
Do we have a penalty down, or let's watch it? No, I guess my bad.
No, but the main thing on that, again, play action. Obviously, we ran the counter play before, and then so we play action at that time going deep down the field. The ball was there. So, you know, that was just one of those where it's like Mainers was on the money. Defender just happened to be, you know, stride for stride right along with Holsworth there. But now what? I don't know what the
Another timeout on the field. Why not? I mean, are they paid by the hour? Because,
ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our chain gang over there on the far sideline. We appreciate your service, gentlemen.
So,
thank you for what you do.
For whatever reason, play is stopped here. I can't. Can you pick your head out?
I think what happened there is the down marker. They had to go to an old one because that one digital one, I guess it went out.
Yeah,
so,
I guess probably ran out of batteries.
Who knows? So, but yeah, they basically had to switch.
I mean, it's illuminated, right. And I'm seriously probably battery died on it. Here is Mainers, keeps it. Takes it to about the 44.
Reverting to the roots with the option play. Gain of 7 on the play. 3rd and 3. Wildcats.
All right. So on a gain of 7 on the option there. 3rd down and 3 coming up. Just shy of the 45.
You know, the nice thing there is that the offensive line gave Mainers the time to be able to make that read. So I really like what I'm seeing so far from the line to start things off here in the second half.
So Mainers out of the gun with Ramos behind him. Handoff goes to Ramos. Good. Ramos close to about the 48, maybe 49-yard line.
All right, so this is a good drive for the Cats. Again, you know, we're running the football. We're doing the job at the line of scrimmage, and we're opening up some things here and, you know, again, moving the sticks. So this is a very important drive for the Cats just from a confidence standpoint that, you know, even if you don't get points on the board, you just need a nice, clean drive here, you know, with no penalties and executing the plays.
From the Jasper 49-yard line, Mainers fires a pass.
There we go.
Complete to Levin. Jack across the 40 to about the Memorial 36.
Again, now we're starting to run our plays. We're starting to make things happen. So a much better start to the second half than what we experienced in that first half. So the Wildcat offense is rolling right along.
So it'll be another first down for the Cats. This time football is at the Memorial at the 36-yard line.
You know, and getting the ball in the right guy's hands. So Butel's had some touches. Ramos, Mainers kept it on one play, and now Levin. So we're just kind of spreading things around out there offensively.
Ramos on the carry.
Nice job by Jesse Harper, the right guard there. Stayed on his man and opened up that hole for the Cats. So gain of only about 3, but again, you know, just moving guys back. And if they even get some penetration, that you stay on your blocks, and that's exactly what he did on that play.
So 2nd down and 7. Mainers looks right. Now we'll keep the football. He's still on his feet, and he will be brought down by number 34 for the Tigers. And that is Jake Brackett on the carry.
You know, I think that was just really good coverage downfield, so his decision was just to step up into the pocket and probably should have gone a little bit more north and south, may have got that first down there, but still good decision by the quarterback, and the protection was there as well. You know, again, they kept the rush on the outside, so he was able to step up and had a wide open hole.
From the 28-yard line, 3rd down and 1. Levin, first down yardage and more.
All right, nice little sweep there for Levin, getting the ball into his hands.
He will take it to the 20.
But, you know, with Levin, he's just one of those guys that's got to have the football in his hands to be effective on the offensive side. So for the Cats to be successful this year, they really want the ball in his hands 15 to 20 times.
From the 20-yard line, Mainers dumps a pass complete to Butel. Max inside the 5.
Now that was outstanding quarterback play right there. And I'll tell you what, just Mainers, you know, kind of keeping his body square. He's running parallel with the line of scrimmage whenever he's making that move, keeping his eyes downfield, allowing his receivers to get into that open spot. Butel was right there. He threw a dart right on the money. And again, Cats look great on this drive. And, you know, again, this is what the Wildcat offense could look like, and they're executing it to perfection right now. They just need to get points on the board to get a reward out of this.
So the Cats, as Craig said, need to get points on the board. They're looking to dent it. There's it's 1st and goal at the 6. Mainers looks, fires a pass to a well-covered number 13 for the Cats, Tristan King.
Yeah, King did have his man on him, but that ball was on the money. He should have caught that football. He need to have his touchdown right now. So, but, you know, again, what I like what I'm seeing from Mainers on this drive is that right there he got an opportunity to kind of go through his progressions. It wasn't there on the outside, and then all of a sudden he looked across the middle of the field, saw the open man, and, again, just dropped pass in that situation.
All right. 2nd and goal from the 6. Mainers keeps it, and Mainers is going to probably lose a yard there.
Yeah.
At least. So I'll bring up 3rd and goal. So
yeah, the hole just wasn't there. You know, pretty well about the only thing that the quarterback can do in that situation is tuck it and run. So good execution defensively by the Memorial Tigers to stop that play, and we actually got a
injury timeout. So. Yeah. So with 2:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. Wildcats have 3rd down and goal now from the 8 after that 2-yard loss, and we'll take a quick break and come back after this.
No one ever called it the great indoors. Get out and join us. Our hands are the tools. The outdoors is our office. And our climate control is the climate. We are the Laborers International Union of North America, the best paid, best trained construction professionals in the state. We build Indiana, and we're ready for you to come build it with us.
Back at Enlow Field, 3rd down and goal at the 8, I believe. And whistle. And now what?
I don't know. I don't see a flag on the field.
I don't see any. And for some reason, they had that to stop the play. It's just been a mystery after another tonight, hasn't it? I guess Butel, maybe he came off and then maybe had a little equipment situation.
The clock continues to run.
What time? What does it say?
1:35.
Thank you. So less than a minute and a half to go. Mainers fires a pass and is caught for a touchdown.
All right, so that drive right there shows you exactly what the Wildcat offense can do. So again, a good mix of the run and the pass, and we got a player down.
Yes, we
actually
do.
Too, but
looks like no. Let's see who that is. I can't get his number. 55 for the Wildcats. That is Nick Hanselman. Nick Hanselman, senior lineman.
Oh man. Also on the defensive side too.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a cramp though.
Let's hope so. I mean, we've seen a couple of cramps. This is at least the second one for the Wildcats tonight, and Memorial player just went down with one, and I bet it, yeah.
But that was just one of those plays where Butel made a perfect cut to really freeze his defender so that he was able to release to the outside, and the quarterback's got to put it right on the money, and he did. So
right now,
perfect execution on that pass play, especially 3rd and 8. Again, that's a tough situation. 3rd and 8 where it's 3rd and goal from the 8, and those are the type of plays you got to be able to make to win football games. And again, Wildcat defense doing the job.
Right now,
or offense. Sorry.
Right now, Hanselman is being tended by Coach Derek Hart and trainer Rodney Crawford. It's probably obviously a cramp there. So and eventually for the Wildcats, Owen Rice will come on to for the extra point kick, his first attempt of the year. So the Cats do hit the scoreboard here with. Thank you, Judd. 1:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. 36-6 is our score.
All right, so now it's the defensive side that needs to kind of get things going.
It's taken quite a while for a cramp there, so a really solid one. I saw him go down. I can see we actually he went down hard. So that's his two Hani there. That's still tend to work on him, and he's still
he's
paying there. Tell you what, let's go ahead and take a break after all. We'll be back after this with the extra point kick attempt by Owen Rice when we return here on JTS.
Sell your car the easy way at Jubilee Chevy Cadillac in Jasper. Simply scan this QR code to get a Kelley Blue Book instant cash offer on your vehicle. Whether your car has low miles, high miles, or has a few dings, KBB makes it easy. Just answer a few simple questions and get a cash offer on the spot. Then bring your car to your local KBB buying center, Jubilee Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, and we'll handle the rest. Trade your keys for cash today at Jubilee & Sons.
Back it in low as Owen Rice will attempt the extra point for first time this year, and looks like Sawyer Reckelhoff will hold. Reckelhoff gets the ball down, the kick is up, and it is good, and it's 36-7 with 1:11 to go, Craig, here in the 3rd quarter. So right now, say it again, I mean, Jasper is looked like they kind of had things clicking, and I won't say in all cylinders there and on that drive, but a pretty solid drive nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, it's all a matter of timing, trust, belief, all kinds of different things, and then, of course, execution is the bottom line. And I felt like our offensive line, especially to start things off there, opened up some holes for the Cats to run the football once we got to midfield. And then, again, Mainers just made some really nice throws, good connections, especially with Butel. So, I mean, Butel had a great catch to get us inside the 10 and then finish it off with the touchdown reception. So, and I tell you what, just talking about that as far as Max Butel as a wide receiver, again, he played quarterback for 3 years. So I know we didn't throw the football very much during that period, but he also, in that quarterback position, he understands like what the quarterback is thinking, what he's reading, what he's trying to do out there. Now you put him in a receiver position, and he and Mainers, I think, can really get on the same page and just have a good understanding of what each one is going to do on particular plays. And I think it's starting to show right there.
So Owen Rice with his second kickoff of the night, first after a touchdown, that is. And he will boot it from the 40-yard line to the Tigers. And ground ball kick going to be rolled. Dockery will let it roll into the end zone for a touchback. So the Tigers will have it out at the 20.
Yeah, it looks like the Wildcats, for the most part, are going to keep their first-team defense out there, and that's a good thing because, again, these guys have got to improve. They've had some struggles tonight in all facets of the game defensively. And so, again, this unit just needs to gel together. And the only way you can do it, because, again, you got to kind of treat it now as a live practice that we have out here. The game's out of reach for the most part, especially with the running clock and all that. But now what Memorial puts on the field, I think, it looks like they're kind of going with their second team. So
yeah, I was just going to say we should probably be seeing some new faces for the Tigers. In fact, we do, at least a quarterback, and that is Vance Alsman, Alsman, and he will hand it to new running back here. He's on the bottom of the pile, and that will bring us to the end of the third quarter of play with the score Memorial 36, Jasper 7. Fourth quarter coming up after this on 18 WJTS.
We build Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America builds and maintains roads, bridges, and other essential infrastructure that make us the crossroads of America. So thanks to LIUNA members' work, Hoosiers have a better quality of life, like access to utilities, easier routes to jobs, schools, or medical care. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Back at Inlow Field as we start the fourth and final period of play, 7 to score, I should say, as the Tigers will have it first and 10 at the, actually second down and 8, I should say, excuse me. And there's a quarterback on the carry, and that's number 14 again, Vance Alsman. So Alsman will actually result in a loss of 1, so it's back down to the original line of scrimmage, this time at the 20, third down and 10. Defensive substitution for the Cats. Devin Otto coming in and replace of Mason Zazzetti, sophomore. 26 seniors on this ball club this year, Craig.
Wow.
24 juniors, but only 14 sophomores on the roster, that is. He rolls out to his left, and he's going to be brought down by the Wildcats' Alec Ware, as Alsman with his first pass attempt, or at least he's looking to pass, but he is brought down. No attempt at that. So that should bring up fourth down for the Tigers. Fourth down at about 9 or 8. And the Tigers with a rare punt tonight.
But again, here's an opportunity for special teams to work on some stuff. Let's work on a return. I mean, I don't know if we'll put some sort of pass rush or a punt rush on this or not. But just every play is an opportunity to improve.
Lone man back for the Cats is Butel. But they'll let it roll dead and about the 40, almost right to the, they're going to let it go right about to the 50-yard line. So decent field position for the Cats here. Try to get another score on the board despite the running clock.
Well, and again, let's keep our first-team offense out there because we need all of the reps that we can get. So really like what Coach Hart and the coaching staff's doing right now because, we saw in the first half that things just weren't right. So we had a scoring drive already on the first play, or on the first drive, so let's get another one right here and just get some more confidence in this football team.
Mainers, the flag is down, pass is batted down. Dak Levin looked like it was the intended receiver on that, but a penalty flag is down.
I think Memorial didn't get that one player off the field, so we'll see if they call that or not.
Legal substitution would be the case if that is, and they will mark off 5 against the Tigers. So yes, Tigers with 12 men on the field. As Craig said, he couldn't get that last one off in time. So football is at the 45-yard line now. 1st and 5. Mainers fakes the handoff, throws a pass.
See, there we go.
Caught. And a touchdown by Beckett Holsworth from 45 yards out. And the Wildcats get their 2nd score of the night.
And, you could sit there and say, all right, well, this is going against Memorial's 2nd team. But, hey, I don't care. The bottom line is you got to be able to work on some things. So the rest of this game is a practice for the Wildcats. And so having the first team out there, we've seen now that vertical play working now. That wasn't working in the first half. And so he's starting to find some good he's starting to basically connect with his receivers, and especially on those long pass plays. So that was huge.
So on to kick the extra point once again for the Cats is Owen Rice. Nailed his first one of the night a little bit earlier in the second half. This one, the ball is down, and the kick is good. That'll make the score Memorial 36, Jasper 14 with 7:55 to go in the ball game. We'll be back after this on 18 WJTS.
Contact Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air at 812-482-4425. That's 812-482-4425. Located at 723 3rd Avenue in Jasper.
It's hard to stop a train.
Back at Enlow Field where the Cats pick up a couple scores here, Craig. They start the second half, and then, like I said, it's actually turned into kind of a little bit of a practice game in the second half, but nonetheless, Cats really were being able to hone a few skills and take advantage of what they can.
Hey, you're only as good as your last drive, and for the Wildcats, last 2 drives. So, again, we're just starting to see what we can possibly do, and, hey, good attempt to go on the onside kick.
Why not try it?
Yep.
I mean, like this point, but it is going to be fielded by the Tigers' number 5, Drew Ellis.
Kick reeled in easily by number 5.
Easily by Drew Ellis.
Steady hand.
Steady hand.
Steady hands. There's a
what's he playing, Operation or something?
Exactly.
It takes a steady hand.
I was only able to get the rubber band out.
got my funny bone.
Let's go, D.
All right.
Okay, so 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Where are we at? The 48, looks like. So clock continues to run, winding this ball game down. 36-14 is the score. 2nd string quarterback for the Tigers. Alsman carries it, and he will pick up maybe 2 as he takes it to about the 50.
14, Vance Alsman scrambles to the left on a design run, gain of 2.
So a design run, or actually make it a gain of 1 as they put it back to the 49, I mean. Either way, 2nd down for the Tigers. And a little movement as we clearly saw, and
Yeah,
is he signaling? I mean, he's...
Yeah, it's against Jasper. We jumped.
Yeah.
So.
It was obvious, but Alsman kind of get that clap, and that... So, just kind of looking ahead to next week as we got 6:12 to go in this ball game, the clock running. Cats will be on the road again next week at Harrison at Romaine Stadium, while the Tigers will they will take on North here at Enlow Field. Cats with I guess you could say the favorable schedule, at least from home and away. They 5 games at home, 4 on the road after next week. 5 in the next 6 games at home, including that 3-week stretch.
Right.
We'll finish on the road at Vincennes Lincoln before a sectional comes about. And I'm not sure what this is all about exactly. But
delay a game.
So you see some of the
frustrated
fans in front of us. Picked up our field mic here, but as long as they're keeping it clean. So that will delay a game. We'll move it back 5 yards back to the 49-yard line again. So second down and about 7. Alsman on the carry. He will take it to about the 45 before he is brought down. That should bring up third down and 3, they say.
You know, and that's the thing. I mean, we were talking about so much tonight as far as like the new offense and kind of getting on the same page there. It's going to be the same thing with the defense too, because, you know, again, what you were taught for the past 5 or 6 years under Tony Lewis, and these guys have been learning pretty well since, you know, JFL football. Now all of a sudden you got a new system in there and a new way of doing things and different types of coverages and all that. As we get another penalty, I think this time they jump.
Yes, yeah.
But you know, this is just as important for the defense to make sure that you know, they improve. So you know, I really like that we're keeping a lot of our first team players out there in this situation.
Under 4 minutes to play.
Yeah.
Third down again. Back again at the Memorial 49. Ball just kind of keeps going back and forth, one side of the 50 to the next. Anyway, Alsman out of the shotgun. He will keep it up the middle. And it's about the Jasper 46.
Alsman dives up the middle, gain of 4. 4th and 3 for the Tigers.
So, as we're kind of alluding to already, again, the Cats will move on from this opening night game, and we'll try to bounce back next week at Harrison. He will take on the Warriors next Friday night at Harrison, Romaine Stadium, 7:30 kickoff, DuBois County time. And then he'll be home for a couple of games. First home game September 5th against Wrights, then Boise, and then at Mater Dei, and we'll take it from there. Alsman across the 40, out of bounds on the far sideline.
I think he got the first down there. Yep, he definitely did.
Oh, yeah, more than that. And then some.
Pulls it from his running back. Scampers to the left for a gain of 5.
Scamper by Alsman, I mean. And what we got on 2:22 to go. At the 38. Handoff goes to number 48 for the Tigers.
Flag on the play.
And a flag down on the carry was Graham Keown.
Penalty on the play, face mask for the Wildcats.
So Cats going to be nailed with face mask penalty. Clock continues to wind down. Here in the 1:30 mark there, 1:35, 36. 36 to 14 is our score. Actually, see how many plays we'll probably get after this at this point. What do you think? 2?
$1:15 on the clock, so.
What are the odds? 1 second on the play clock. Who cares at this point? But that's why it's up front. It's play clock.
Another delay
really?
game.
I think it matters. Well, they know the play game clock's just going to continue. So who cares? I mean,
well, the only thing is, I mean, did that play clock start a lot sooner? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Like I said, it's beside the point.
We're down to 39 seconds.
No reason to debate it.
Take a knee and call it a night.
And they will do just that. So the Wildcats will fall in the opening game of the 2025 season. Opening night for Coach Derek Hart and as the Cats fall 36-14, the final score here at Enlow Field, Craig. And well, I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Like I said, it's just time to go back to the drawing board. I mean, obviously the first half was one thing. We're not going to dwell on it, but the second half was another.
Well, honestly, if you look at that in the way that we played in the second half, especially on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, we're a better football team than we were in the first half. Mm-hmm. And that's what the goal is when you get in a situation like this. And so, again, the plays that weren't popping, the plays that weren't connecting, the pass plays, the missing open receivers here and there and all that didn't happen in the second half. And so I'm really impressed by the way we came out in the second half and made some adjustments there and just executed the game plan a little bit better than obviously a lot better than what we did in the first half. So, like I said, Coach Hart has said in interviews that, hey, he's not really too concerned about the wins and losses right now. It's just basically getting better as a football team, and I think those wins are going to come. But, again, like I said, we're taking on a program that has been programmed to play the way they do in Memorial. And I mean, the success speaks for itself in the 18 years that John Hurley's been here. I mean, he's an outstanding coach. He's got a great system. He gets great players every single year and just gets them in the right position and all that. And versus a Jasper team it's brand new football for them. And but this is the style of football that basically I feel Jasper needs to utilize to be a successful program, because, I mean, we haven't had a postseason championship since 2013, so it's been a long time, and that's what Derek Hart's job is, to get here and get us back to that championship level, and it's just going to be one step at a time. It's going to be a growing pain in a lot of these football games against really good competition that we're going to face all year. So I just think what we did there in that second half is exactly what we needed to do, and I'm very optimistic of where we're going to be from here on out.
Well, you look ahead to, obviously this, you close the book on this game tonight,
yep.
but let's look ahead now next week. Harrison Warriors, it's a program that, obviously not the most traditional, but,
yep.
From last year, from what I recall, they put a lot of points on the board. So,
yeah.
So let's shift the focus to defense and
right.
so forth too.
That's a good point.
We're going to have to obviously, work on that a little bit tonight, because, who knows? I mean, next week, let's just say on paper, we're going to score, maybe put some points our own against Harrison, but they're sure as heck are going to put their points on
Absolutely.
the board too.
I mean, they're going to compete against us, and that's just the thing, is that the defense has got to clean up some of their act as well. And so, again, next week's just another test for that. And that's a fun thing about football, is that, again, you get to see a team improve throughout the season, and that's what's going to be exciting about this football season.
Okay, so I guess that pretty much wraps it up here at Enlow Field. As we were already alluding to, the Wildcats will be back home, or excuse me, on the road again, I should say, before heading home in a couple of weeks against the Evansville Harrison Warriors. That game will take place at Reliant Stadium on the Romaine Stadium, excuse me, my apologies, Romaine Stadium on the east side along Lloyd Expressway in Evansville next Friday night at 7:30. Meanwhile, the Tigers will be back home here at Enlow Field next Friday night. They will take on the North Huskies. Both games starting well at 7:30 Jasper time, 6:30 Evansville time, regardless. And, we'll have it for you next weekend here on 18 WJTS at 10 o'clock next Saturday morning and 7 o'clock Sunday evening. Till then, for Craig Schneider and Jeremy Marcos, I'm Carey Schneider. Once again, the final score from Enlow Field at Bosse High School. The final score, Jasper falls to the Memorial Tigers 36-14. So long, everybody.
The preceding was a special presentation by 18 WJTS TV. High school football on WJTS is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Liuna Indiana Laborers District Council, Eubelor & Son Chevy Cadillac Toyota, DuBois County Tire, Carpet Warehouse, Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning, Just Whimsy, and 18 WJTS, a DC broadcasting company. Thank you for watching.